my friend! Hey, what's up, Karl? I'm happy I came to visit you. But first, how's your life going? Tell me all about it. Take your time, because
it's going pretty well.
Okay, let's play games. Let's play games, my friend. All right, I brought a bunch of games, so let's play my games, okay? Okay, I have an entire backpack here. So first one is a Wild Wild West theme, awesome. And you play like, you can be a bandit, or you can be like a prostitute. This is all. It's for 3 players. Okay, scratch that. I have more stuff. Sci-fi theme is called Dominion of the Entire Galaxy. Super duper cool. For 10 players or more. Okay,
super duper.
I'm sorry. Okay, this one you're gonna like. It's called 3 players. Huh. I guess that doesn't. I should have something, man. I mean,
I got something. Let's do a duel. It's on.
Welcome back to ITeachHerSheWins. Today with us, we have our great guest, games expert, games enthusiast, drunker, coffee drinker, Karl Schmidt.
Yes, all of them.
From New England, and we are in a place that I'm not allowed to disclose because it's beyond your imagination. So, we're gonna have a quick overview of an interesting game. What is the game, Karl?
7 Wonders Duel.
Huh. Wait, that reminds me something.
Yes, it reminds you of a game called 7 Wonders.
Look at that.
A game that's very popular. It plays very well for large groups of people. Plays up to 7. One of the flaws of 7 Wonders, though, is that it's a horrible 2-player game. In fact, because 7 Wonders is a trading game, it really doesn't work with 2 players. And that's had some gamers kind of disappointed because some people don't have a large group to play with. They just have another person to play with, and so 7 Wonders has to be skipped out. This solves that problem. There's now a 2-player version of 7 Wonders. It works a little bit different, but
how would you categorize it?
Like 7 Wonders, there's no trading, but it still is a card drafting, city building game.
All right, with a certain degree of strategy involved.
There is
a great degree of strategy.
There's still strategy, but there's a bit more luck, and we'll explain why.
All right, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about the game.
Sure. In 7 Wonders, like I mentioned earlier, there isn't 7 Wonders Duel. There's not going to be trading. Instead, what's happened here is that you're going to have 3 ages. Each age you're going to be laying out,
which are pretty much 3 huge rounds, right?
Yeah, 3 long rounds. And each one of those rounds, you're going to be having cards per age. Also, like 7 Wonders, the age 1 will be more resource intensive, and later ages give you more abilities and less resources.
Sounds like fun.
And to set up what cards are available, what's been happening is that the cards are laid out almost in like a solitaire Klondike style, where cards are overlaying each other, and as you
that's brilliant.
Start buying cards from the bottom of the tier, it'll open up or unlock cards underneath them. So, but also because of that, you also there's some limitations for how early you'll see cards. So it does suffer from having
limits your options.
Yeah, but one of the things I do like about it, though, is even though it does limit your options, it adds a new factor in regards to, do I want to unlock this card so that my opponent's going to have access to the card, even though you don't know what that card is. Yeah. It's just that.
So while fulfilling your goals, you can try to prevent the fulfillment of your opponent's goals.
Correct. And what they have also added to the game is there is this diagonal tracker board where you have your civilizations for both opponents on either end. And what they've done with the armies is that as you get army cards, there's a tracker that's going to be starting off in the middle, and it will either start going towards your opponent's boundaries, or the opponent can start moving in on your boundaries. And depending on how deep they get, that could cause you to lose some coin or victory points.
Yeah, victory point, or lose the game if your opponent gets to the end of your tracker, but I think it's extremely unlikely. I mean, you got to
it's extremely unlikely. It's possible, but more likely what happens though is that you can lose coin when you really need that coin.
So is this a quick game?
I would say the game's probably like 45 minutes. And why I say that is because even though the game is simple, a lot simpler in setup than the regular version of Simple Wonders, the problem is that because you're still working with strategizing of when to take cards from this interlocking pattern that you have of trying to buy cards, it takes a little bit longer because...
So at the end of the third age, the game is over, you calculate points pretty much like you do with Seven Wonders, right?
Yes, you do, but it's simpler though, because in Seven Wonders you'll have like the science cards, and there's a lot more scoring and multiplying. This game doesn't have any multipliers that I recall. If it's just
so like the purple cards bring you some, like per each gold card, per each yellow card at the end of the game gets these.
They do exist, but it's much less of them though. The scoring is much easier.
What about science? I know there are science tokens that if you make a pair of if you make a pair of science cards, you can steal one token and use it to your advantage, correct?
That is true. I had overlooked that.
No more beer for Karl, guys! No more beer for Karl! Just chilling! Alright, you were saying.
No, it's a lack of beer that makes me more spacey.
Alright, then more beer for Karl! Bring it on! So you were saying? So not only there is the military tracker, there is also a science tracker.
There's a science tracker in which there's 5 random ability cards laid out there, and if on the science tracker, well, not on the science tracker, there's five science resource cards available for abilities, and if you get a pair of science tokens, you're able to take one of those, and it could change things.
Yeah, I know make a difference. Do you still have wonders? Do you build wonders?
You do have wonders, and they do have a mechanic that basically you're both given a set of 4 wonders to work on.
Yeah, if it is your first game. If not, after choosing the first player chooses 1 wonder, the other chooses 2 wonder, the other chooses 1 wonder until you have a set of 4 after your... So there is a lot of strategy involved there as well.
That's true, but these wonders though don't have multiple ages like the normal some wonders. But
Correct.
basically, in the normal game Simple Wonders, you're given 1 placemat with that's multi-tiered. In this game, you're given 4 mini placemats. Basically, you just want to satisfy their cost. The first person to satisfy all 4 placemats means that the other person is docked by 1. He can only get 3 maximum.
Well, one final thing. Pretty much on your turn, you can do 1 of 3 things. You can take one of the card, put it face down, and finalize your wonder by spending the cost. If you can do anything, you can take 1 card, discard it, remove from the game to get 2 coins. Or you can actually get 1 card, purchase it, and put it in your play area. Card, pros and cons, and your personal ranking. Because I know you guys want his personal ranking, right? You don't care about mine because I have no idea, but it's personal ranking. So pros, cons, ranking.
To me, this game does have a slight con, and that is that because of the way that it's designed, I think this is more of a game that would appeal to someone that already knows Seven Wonders. If you don't know Seven Wonders, I think this game might be a little cumbersome for all the different rules you have to be aware of. And that's actually a con, because to me that would be a higher learning plateau if you didn't have any context of what this game was inspired from.
If I may add to that, another con I think is, unlike the game Seven Wonders Duel, I think takes some power away from the military cards, because yes, with the military card, as you acquire them, you move the military tracker. By doing so, if at the end you're winning, you get a certain number of victory points, very little victory points. As you progress, you may have your opponent lose some coins, but still it's not a big deal. And the other player, if he's got the weakest army power, gets to choose at the end of each age who goes first. By doing so, changing completely the strategy. So I'm not really convinced on how they decided to handle the military tracker.
That's fair, but it's also worth mentioning, though, even though we haven't played it yet, this game does have an expansion coming out in the next month or 2, and that actually could take care of some of the imbalances that this first iteration came out.
Who knows?
I would say, well, that's true, it's unknown, but it's an opportunity though to basically expand upon the game, or it may not do anything besides just do more of the same.
Anyway, in light of what we said, my personal rating, I'd say before this time, is 6.5 because it's a great game, lots of strategy, but again, if you're a fan of Seven Wonders, you will think of this purchase, and there are certain limits that come from the mechanics of the game. The fact that it's you create your pyramid, your structure, you look what cards you can take. If it's the weakest with the army, it gets to pick who goes first. By doing so, you're kind of limited in your options. I don't know. To me, it's a great game. It's at 6.5. Karl.
For me, I give it two ratings. I give it a 6 if you're on Seven Wonders because it's needlessly complicated for what the game is. It gets an 8 though, like Seven Wonders, because now you have the opportunity to play a pretty decent 2-player version of Seven Wonders.
Thank you, Karl. I like that. My God. If I got a good answer or not, huh? Write down, comment, say, oh my God, send him away. You both go away. Close that show. So thank you guys.
You're doing good.
For watching us. ITeachHerSheWins again. Subscribe, like our channel. Be patient with us. Please put up with us because I mean we're trying to do our best here. And thank you. Let's go back to drink some beer. Shall we do that?
Play more games.
Thank you guys. ITeachHerSheWins. See ya.